Welcome to the Tour de Zwift Stage 3 group run held on January 22nd, 2020 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. We have a solid group of about 100 runners all kitted out in their custom 2020 Zwift t-shirts. 30 seconds to go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Stay with me as we move through the pack to our leaders. And as always, these runners are going through beautiful scenery. All right, we have almost locked into our leader. And it's Hansen off to the races in first, opening up a nice gap already at a 3:45 pace with a 179 cadence and no heart rate. Hansen already has a 6-second gap. So looking good. But I see something on my screen. M. Torres. That looks like a vertical tricolor flag. And I'm guessing that would be Mexico. Well, he's already in 5th place at 3:35 pace. So Hansen better watch his back. In 2nd place, Huard. In 3rd, Hansevi. In 4th, Snow. And in 5th, Torres, who is closing in quickly. All right, we're watching Torres now. His perspective, and as you can see, he is closing in quickly. Got the beard thing going and the sunglasses. Torres now coming up on Hansevi. Is that a Finnish flag? Not sure. And now Torres in 3rd place behind Huard of Canada. And the 2 runners behind him you can see are pretty close. 2 runners in front, about the same distance. Torres is now 5 seconds, but behind Huard. And he's already 10 seconds ahead of Hansevi. Snow in 5th place and C. Davis in 6th. Take a look at Wingood, 10th place. Wow, 190 steps per minute, so that's got to be a pretty good effort there, 4:16 per kilometer pace. Back to our leader, Torres. I'm sorry, not our leader. 2nd place, Torres. He's moving up so fast, he will be the leader momentarily. 9 seconds behind Hansen. Is Hansen going to react or let Taurus go by? Now, of course, this being a virtual running world, everyone has the same beautiful stride style. If you've ever watched elite professional athletes, you'll notice that the better they get, the smoother the style is, the more they make it look easy. And some of the best runners, like Hikam El Garouche and Mo Farah, for instance, they speed up in such a way that you don't even really notice it. So you'll see other runners sort of reacting and making these big body movements, trying to catch them, and they're just moving ahead and increasing the pace, but it's not really apparent. That's how smooth their running style is. And I've been told that keeping the upper torso and the head still and letting the legs do all the movement work, sorry about that, is the optimal style. But again, we all have to adapt to our body types as well. So we have B Snow now in 5th place at a 4:04 pace, 174 steps per minute. Only 5 seconds behind Hansevi. Hansen is about to get passed by Taurus, and he just did. And Taurus is increasing the pace to 3:22. One technique that I sometimes use in races is when passing someone, I will actually accelerate beyond my race pace so that I hopefully, what's the correct word? so that I hopefully deter them from trying to stay with me. So Taurus out in front, 4 seconds ahead of Hansen, and Huard is now running on his own between the 1st, 2nd, and 4th and 5th runners. Hansevi and Snow are close, so we might have a battle for 4th place. And by the way, I decided to script the first minute and a half of this race, and now I'm just going with a sort of relaxed style, so let me know which one you prefer. Alright, back to watching Taurus, 17 kilometers per hour, and now we're over to Huard, 15.3 kilometers per hour. Taurus has opened up an 11-second gap. Hansen has also opened up a nice gap. He's in 2nd. Huard is about 28 seconds behind. And Hansevi and Snow pretty close to each other with 5 seconds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th runners are all running at a low 4-minute pace per kilometer. I don't know which view is my favorite. I kind of like the helicopter view because you can see 5-6 runners at a time, but then it's also nice to get a personal perspective of the runner that you're following. And this is B Snow, 173 cadence, 409 per kilometer. And he has Hansevi in his sights. 4-second gap there, so he's holding on. I used to listen sometimes in races to runners behind me. And I had this one guy that I raced with who was always behind me until the very end, and he would try and run very quietly so I wouldn't hear him catching up. And we were in one race and his foot slipped and I heard the gravel and I took off. I think I won by about 1/10 of a second. Okay, so snow, very steady. Wingood in 6th place, 39 seconds behind. And Taurus has to be feeling pretty comfortable right now. In the lead, almost 20 seconds ahead. I don't think Hansen is going to try and catch him. But again, you never know. So back to watching Taurus. Wow, a lot of rich foliage. Looks like we're sort of in a jungle. And he is just motoring ahead. So this race, not quite as competitive as the last one, which is nice because it gives the opportunity for some of the slightly slower runners to place. Taurus slowing down just a little, either taking a breather or the foot pod is, which I think it is, probably might be transmitting the wrong speed. And here's Ward in 3rd place, 165 steps per minute. In no man's land. I don't like really being in no man's land. I don't know if there are any runners that do. And sometimes I'll speed up or slow down just so I can find someone to tag along with. Oh my, he just disconnected. Hopefully this doesn't happen more than once. That's so frustrating. I've had that happen to me, and then I have to run all out for a half mile, try and catch up. Wingood in 7th place now, and Eversole in 6th. C. Davis is in 8th, but maybe moving up. Eversole is slowing down. Not too many of the runners have heart rates in the top 5. I think Hansevi does. Well, when I click on him, I'll find out. Wingood in 6th. And C. Davis creeping up on him. Is that a female runner? Sometimes hard to tell from the back. Looks like a female runner. Oh, congrats. Nice pace. So back to B Snow, who is just 1 second behind Hansevi. Taurus has now almost opened up a 1 minute gap. He's in first place. So Hansen decided not to chase him. And Hansen is more than a minute ahead of third place, so I think we have our first and second places locked up. Alright, Snow. Oh, Hansevi does have a heart rate. Wow, 172. That's high even for a younger person. So putting out quite an effort here. 163 steps per minute. So probably a larger stride length. Let's see if Hansevi can hold off Snow, who is accelerating right now. This is getting interesting. Yep, here comes Snow into the picture. Hansevi can almost hear him breathing down his neck. And back to Taurus, who's got nothing but open wilderness in front of him. And now running at 325. Looks like a downhill. Of course, that doesn't make any difference on your treadmill. Maybe psychologically. Going through the ancient temples. Looks kind of Mayan. And here we have Hansen from Cardiac Athletes, USA. Chugging along, making it look easy. Looking at these courses, they're just so beautiful. You could imagine Disney World or something creating something of this magnitude. Of course, it'd be very expensive. And Hansen going under a bridge. Look at those waterfalls. Stunning. Snow is in third place. So, if I remember correctly, Hansevi was in third and Snow is just past him. And Hansevi is dropping the pace a bit. Which kind of makes sense, I guess, to sustain that heart rate. I don't know if he's in the red zone or not. So Ward is going to catch up to him. So it's possible that Hansevi went out a little too fast, but only he knows. Meantime, in 6th place, Wingood and Davis in 7th. So they're pretty close together. Taurus, 600 meters to go, and looks like he is upping the pace a bit, down in the low 3s. beautiful cave. Almost shimmering. So the course is going to be done in about 300 meters. I'm going to pull back a little bit because I don't want to be kicked out. Oops, sorry about that. And Sevi has now dropped to 5th place, Ward in 4th. Hopefully no more disconnection issues. Wow. Speak of the devil. Poor guy. So, who's going to take 5th then? It's going to be either Wingood or Davis. And Davis is going to try and move into 5th. Moving at around a 5 to 10 second faster pace per kilometer than Wingood. Taurus is done. Hansen, 500 meters to go. Here we are on snow. Water's currently in 5th, and if he doesn't drop off, he's going to hold that position. So frustrating. He only has 800 meters to go. Hansen running at a good clip, 3:52, and Ward disconnects again. Alright, snow, 3:55. Hansen closing in. Only 200 meters to go. At that point, you're pretty much done with the race, and that almost looks like the finish line. Oh, it's a nice bird. Flying right over his head. And he's crossing it any second now. So I'm going to move over to B Snow, who is in a solid 3rd place. And yes, Davis has moved into 5th. And accelerating. So Wingood will probably have to settle for 6th place. Unless Brooks catches up. Snow from Canada, 200 meters to go. See if there's any kick here. Yep, dropping it down to 3:45. There's the finish line. Come on. Wow, that's quite a waterfall behind him. And he's almost done. I stayed on a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find the runners. There's Wingood. And here's C. Davis finishing. Oh, and Brooks did pass Wingood. So C. Davis will be in 5th place. Nicely done. Thumbs up to Brooks. And Wingood in 7th. Okay, thank you for listening, and I will be signing off now.